Hello, hello. Welcome on in. Hello, YGY818. Good to see you. It's been a long time's coming, but after getting through Ultima VII, The Black Gate, and Ultima Underworld 2, it's about time that we start the Serpent Isle, another of my absolute favorite Ultima games. So, yeah, I don't know how long exactly this playthrough is going to take. They've been like 20 or 30 episodes long, I think. Uh, and Serpent Isle, it's an interesting one. It starts off kind of I don't want to say slow, but it's got a lot to do. But then near the end, there's the kind of long slog of putting objects on pedestals and doing things to meet the requirements to move to the next area. So it gets a little linear near the end. But I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun playing it. And I do manage to get Poppy on camera today. Let's zoom in on her a little bit. But the reason that I have managed to get her on camera is because she took my chair. She took my chair? Yes? My chair. So I'm on the slightly less comfortable folding chair today. Hopefully, this doesn't mean that after a binge of 4 hours playing Serpent Isle, I am left with a bad back. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I'm very pleased that I got Fancy New Starting Soon scene going. And I want to show you this. I've set up cameras with like a Serpent Isle theme on it. Because we had the Ultima Underworld one before, and I was very proud of that, and I wanted to do something similar for Serpent Isle. But Serpent Isle, it doesn't have a heads-up display at all. So I decided to blend it in with the typical texture that you're going to see through a lot of the game. Let's open it up and watch the intro, shall we? Lord British's castle. 18 months after the destruction of the Black Gate and the dismantling of the Fellowship.
My liege, all we found among Battlin's belongings was this enchanted scroll, and a map showing the way to a place called the Serpent Isle.
Indeed. Put it on the table. Stand back!
Batlin, in the unlikely event that the Avatar stops me from coming through the Black Gate, I command you to follow the unwitting female human Gweno to the Serpent Isle. There I shall outline my plan to destroy Britannia.
'Tis my worst fear. I must send the Avatar through the pillars to the Serpent Isle.
Ultima VII Part 2. Serpent Isle! And I'm playing my Ultima Complete Collection CD copy here, which has the Silver Seed expansion installed. Very good expansion. We're going to do that as soon as we possibly can. By the way, I found your channel, I think, from Retro Island Gaming's shoutout. He loves Ultima. Nice. Yeah, Rig plays a lot of games. A lot of games. Oh, hi, Mark. Hi, Mr. Sings. Welcome on in. How are you doing? We've already watched the intro. let's make our character, shall we? Yeah? You're just turning around? Are you getting comfy? Are you comfy? Yes? Well, thanks yourself. I'm doing alright. Had a bit of a long weekend, which is good, but I also slept through most of that weekend, so I didn't do much. I mean, I feel refreshed, but it would be nice to also be able to do things. Wait. Bring us back to the menu, please. We'll start a new game. So we're going to continue the tradition of naming the avatar as from our Blackgate playthrough, Poggers, the avatar. But I want to pose the question to chat here. What portrait should we use? Because Serpent Isle gives us the most choices of any of the later Ultima games anyway, in terms of the diversity of player character. So we have, like, we actually start off with the female blonde avatar, which would match our choice from Ultima VII, the Blackgate. Portrait 11. I don't think there are actually 11 of them. We've got Surfer Dude avatar. Oh, not Lord British looks. We've got dark-haired female avatar, which is new to this, and we'll never see again. Radical man. Yeah. We've got another dark-haired male avatar. Kind of interesting. Looks a little stoned. Dark-skinned female avatar. And dark-skinned male avatar. So, like, this game is the first and only time I believe that you had that as an option. When we get into Ultima 8, it's just gonna be, you're a guy, you're wearing a helmet all the time, so we can't even see what you look like much. But on the inventory screen, you're blonde again. Yeah, it was nice that this has diversity, and if you look into the game code, there's actually apparently an option for an albino avatar. Honestly though, for continuity's sake, I'm tempted to go with the blonde female, because that's what we've used up till now, where it's been an option. And the gender of the avatar doesn't play a huge role in the game. There's just 1 or 2 story beats. But it's generally assumed that the characters you run into are player sexual, if you like. They'll come on to you regardless. Although, no, actually, I tell a lie. In Monitor, there's 2 different people who will respond to you differently if you're a male or female avatar. It sounds cool. No, heroine with an E. Heroine. I don't have the Twitch tags set up to say I'm doing any kind of drug references or anything on the stream, so I'll thank you kindly to keep it down. Anyway, yes. Journey onward. Got a new loading screen. A bit more soothing than the last one. And I'll have to play around with how many cycles I give DOSBox during play, I think, because it can get a bit fast in places and slow in others. We've appeared. What happened? Is everyone all right? It was a fearsome passage. Poggers. After we sailed between the serpent pillars, I could have sworn that we were flying. Yet here we are on the ship. I wonder if I lost anything. Only your marbles, Iolo. We may be on the ship, but that ship is upon dry land. I think that thou art correct, Iolo. We did fly. Dost thou notice the chill in the air? It is much colder here than at home. I hope Gweno brought enough warm clothing. Do not worry so, old friend. We shall find thy wife soon enough. And that fiend Batlin, I hope. Look, Poggers, a strange storm is nearly upon us. This is certainly not Britannia. We're not in Britannia anymore. Where are we? Let us find Batlin. Do not forget about Gwenno. So the backstory here is that after the events of the Black Gate, and indeed Ultima Underworld 2, we got our liege's permission to go on a quest to chase after Batlin. And we discovered that he had followed on Gwenno's journey to visit the Serpent Isle. Gwenno obviously left a letter in Ultima VII, the Black Gate, addressed to Iolo, saying, Dear John, I'm leaving. I'm going off to a completely other magical world just to get away from you. See ya, bye. Moody Mystery, hello, welcome in. How are you? I'm doing okay. I've slept a shitload. And, yeah, I want to see how far we can go in Serpent Isle now. I'm on the more uncomfortable chair, so it might not be too long, but I'm hyped to get into Serpent Isle at last. James, hi, new Matchy Overlay. Thank you for noticing, Captain Sumi. How are you doing, friend? Well, come on in. How's your morning going? Captain Sumi shares a Discord with me in the Stream Shed, and is an awesome streamer. Go check her out. Hell, while we're doing it, Moody Mystery also streams retro games, including Ultima. So yeah, the story is we set up our adventuring party and go chasing after them. And we arrive here via flying boat, but we are fully decked out because, of course, you know, we're on a quest to take down that fiend Batlin once and for all. So we've got all the stuff with us, including the black sword, which went mysteriously absent during the events of Ultima Underworld 2. But he's with us now. Let's have a chat. Arcadion, how are you doing?
Where hast thou taken me, Avatar? I served thee well upon the Isle of Fire. Why hast thou brought me to this cold place? I gave thee the power of life and death over thine enemies, and see how thou hast repaid me. I remain bound within this jewel. In a land where I cannot feed, the veins of power have been disrupted. Release me! Release me!
Shut up, sword. You're mine, and nothing that we do can make us apart, because you always just teleport straight to my hand again. Absolutely every time. Cannot possibly get rid of you. And we have a spell book, decked out with all these amazing spells. Yay. This'll come in handy. Strangely, we are level 3 again, so I can't cast all of those spells. And my stats are no longer 60, 60, 60 after having completed those quests on the Isle of Fire. Slightly disappointed there, but I guess all that partying at Lord Patricia's castle haven't been exercising enough. We've let ourselves go a little bit. You carried an account from Ultima 6? No, you can't actually carry forward characters like that. But I'm referencing that, you know, in Ultima 7 Part 1, we got all our stats above and beyond the maximum. Iolo especially. What are you doing, Iolo? Just carrying a pair of pants in your hand. What are you doing? His stats should be like 200 or so strength, because we messed around with the Silver Serpent Venom, but he seems to have recovered a little bit. If the sword were to cuss, would it be called S-words? Well, the sword seems to be cussing a lot at us lately. It doesn't like being trapped and bound within us, our sword. So let's see what gear Iolo has. Some torches,
Today's
some food.
fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal.
Enjoy your meal, M. Zizzy. How are you doing? Have yourself a shout-out. Haha, take that. Mzizzy, of course. You all know Mzizzy. She's the awesome DOS gaming streamer who picks the weirdest old DOS games you never did hear of and shows them off on stream. Shamino here has a magic bow, nice, and some burst arrows, awesome. And, oh yes, a fish. Dupre here has decided to go without any torso armor, because he's just that brave. He's got a Magebane sword and a Dupre's shield. And some coins and some booze, of course. Ooh, a shout out. Yes, enjoy. We're playing a 2D game for you now, MZZ, so hopefully you can watch without getting too nauseated from Ultima Underworld's 3D graphics. You noticed, nice. And yeah, the next game after this will also be 2D. But yeah, we'll just take a quick inventory of all the other cool stuff that we've got, because this is really nice that we've prepared ahead of time. Got this weird Blackrock Order Serpent, okay, and some food, and a scroll. Dear Poggers, all of the portents indicate that this quest to find Batlin shall severely tax thine abilities. Consequently, I have ordered the armories of the kingdom opened in order to equip thee and thy good companions. Thou shalt be given these things: the glass sword, which can slay any foe, but which is destroyed in the act of such slaughter. Dupre with booze, what a surprise. The Magebane, a fabled weapon which thou didst recover in thy previous encounter with Batlin. It steals the magic from the sorcerers who oppose thee. The Daemon sword, which thou didst obtain at the Forge of Virtue. It is truly a terrible weapon, but thou wilt surely need it. Beware the Daemon within. Rudium's wand, which doth make Blackrock to explode. The strange Serpent of Black Rock, which thou didst obtain from Netherworlds during thy most recent adventure. Its powers are unknown, but those who gave it thee promised that it would be useful to thee soon. A spellbook, to which hath been added every spell that could be speedily obtained. For thee to wear, a set of armor of the best enchantments, breastplate, helm, and gauntlets. For Iolo the Bard, a crossbow, which he doth wield so well, and a spare pair of pants, I guess, because he might be prone to having an accident. For noble Dupre, a magic shield, which I have prepared for him. For Shamino the Ranger, a magic bow, and a goodly supply of burst arrows, which he shall no doubt use to good purpose. As well as such common items as torches, a pair of swamp boots, a good dagger, and much food for an extended journey. Travel in safely, and may the villain Batlin soon fall into thine hands. Also, I hope that thou shalt soon find Iolo's lost wife, the good woman Gwenno, who is most assuredly alive. Lord British, thy liege. Oh, there's the glass sword. Let's put that away, that's dangerous. So, I kind of want to save here, actually. Just overwrite these saves. Having obtained all of these nice items, we shall surely find that the challenges before us are trivial. Let's just walk south here and, oh, a lightning storm. Oh, wow, that turned into a harp. Oh, wow. Dupre and Shamino and Iolo just got zapped. And that bunny, too. And myself. That was weird. What happened? Where are my friends? Iolo? Shamino? That other guy? So, am I uninjured from getting hit by lightning? Well, yes and no. Instead of the sword, I am now wielding a pumice. I've still got the shield and leggings, which is nice. My armor has changed a little bit. It's all, like, opalescent. I've got a ring. I've got a woman's fur cap. A fine stockings, sure. An ice wine, that's nice. Some alchemist apparatus. a ruddy rock. 77 Filari, I'm sure that's a currency that I'm totally familiar with. And yes, all my good stuff is gone. So let's just walk over here. Oh, another thing got zapped. Thou hast arrived. Even as was foretold, I have travelled a great distance to meet with thee. My name is Thoxa. But wait, I proceed too quickly. Perhaps thou art not the promised hero. I must test thee, lest I give mine assistance in error. How many reagents are required to cast the mass death spell? And this is, of course, the copy protection. I'm just going to fail this on purpose, or we'll try and guess our way through, because it's kind of amusing what happens when you do fail the copy protection in this game. I'm going to say 8. How many clans divide the city of Monitor? That's an easy one. 3. How many different materials can armor be made from? Like 6 maybe? Got scale mail and things? Sure. I am not yet convinced. Okay, we failed that one. How many different types of reagents does Earthstam write about? He writes about 14 of them. According to Earthstam's book, how many spells are available in the 9th Circle of Magic? 9 Circles of Magic? I have never heard of this. In Earthstam's book, the section titled Other Landmarks covers how many areas? Let's say 4. An imposter! Does the avatar blow up if too many wrong? Lol. No, even better than that, YGY. If we talk to someone now... Ask not what thy suicidal demagogue can do for thee, but what thou canst do for thy suicidal demagogue. Ode to a dysfunctional flagpole. Oh, how the mole people of Flagpole conjure explicitly amidst the dysfunctional wheel. Ode to a molar tyranny. To be a tyranny or not to be, that is the mulch. Whether 'tis nobler in the imperialism to solicit the tyrannies and balloons of molar mulch, or a fool and his tyranny are soon symmetrical. Where is mine advisor? I need an affected octopus immediately. Mine head feels like a frontal with a sloop pointed at it. Destroy thy organic and obtuse life before it is too late, Cream Puff. Beautiful wretch, I shall have my moon cow call thy moon cow. Ode to a basic prophet. To be a prophet or not to be, that is the monarchy. Whether it is nobler in the prophet to lay off the prophets and origami balls of basic monarchy, or ask not what thy empirical soup can do for thee, but what thou canst do for thy empirical soup. And everything you look at is oink. 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 77 oink. So let's reload, because that will be the dialogue of every person in the game if you could somehow visit them. It's a pretty good way to stop people from advancing in the plot. If you have a business, it's better to be a profit rather than at a loss. And, hey. Getting comfy? You getting very comfy in my chair that you are sitting in? Oh, don't go. You're on stream, Poppy. People love you. Because I'm saying silly voices doesn't mean you need to go. I'm gonna have some biscuits, but I'm gonna take the chance to steal my chair back. I can. Her name is Poppy. It is sometimes confused when I pronounce it puppy, but she is feline, I assure you. Turn the camera away from my crotch. We'll see if she comes back and sets up somewhere, but for now I'll just point the camera at the living room floor. So, I need to dig up my PDF of the Serpent Isle manual so we can answer these questions properly. Where did I put it? Unlike my Ultima VII book, which I do own a physical copy of, it's just that I put it somewhere safe and now I can't find the damn thing. My copy of Serpent Isle was just from the Complete Collection CD, so I only have the manual as PDF. Forge, SI Man. So I guess I could close this. We can have a look at it on the desktop briefly. Whoops. A thing for this. There. And I remember loading this PDF up on a 386 with 25 megahertz and I think 4 megabytes of RAM. And I was not a fan of the PDF format at this time because it took a while to render this on a DOS-based PDF viewer. But it's very much like the manual for Ultima VII Part 1, The Black Gate, with this cool black and white artwork. We've got our familiar Britannian runes, and we have these blasted serpent runes, which are the bane. That's a funny joke if you know. The bane of my existence, these serpent runes. Because look, who would design a script like this, where you've got B, which is two snakes kind of like that, but N is two snakes kind of like that, but there's a slight gap between them. They're slightly angled. Absolutely maddening, I tell you. Luckily, we can get a spell at some point in the game to translate these for us. We will be using that a lot. I assume you played Ultima VII Part 1. Yes, I did, Moody Mystery. Those are all the VODs I've uploaded to YouTube. And Mzizzy has just resumed Bother Cat. Let's find the cat and bother her, shall we? Poppy! Bother you! Nice fish toy for her that she's played with a little bit. She's looking out the bedroom window. Thank you for redeeming that, Nemzizi. It's good to chase her around a little bit. We're on her toes. I need to set up dedicated cat cams all throughout the house so we can just switch to them. And let's check camera number 5. Did you get your comfy chair back? I did, thank you, YGY. Do you prefer to be called YGY 818, or should I attempt to pronounce that as like Yugi? So we'll leave this open. There's lots more cool information in here, like just to general things, different monsters, really nice artwork, introduction to spellcasting, words of power, different spells. So this will give us all the answers we need to the copy protection questions. Hello, hello, Ilanora, welcome. How are you? It's honestly initials, so anything that's come through for you. I've been using this since AOL 1990s. Oh, that's dedication to a username. No. Click the things. No, go. So Ilanora is another cozy streamer, and they've been playing Stardew Valley, and you should check out their streams where you can, because she's got a lot of mods on that make the game look really cool. And I may as well mention that she's also in our Discord, part of the one that we share over in Shedwood Hollow. I just finished, for the Shedwood Hollow server, I just finished this big Minecraft treasure hunt event that we were doing a lot of different events for the Discord's birthday month. And this thing with Minecraft doing a treasure hunt throughout the map, I've had in the back of my brain for a good 6 months, and just trying to scrape together the dopamine in order to actually get it written out and planned and implemented. I'm really happy that I finally got that done. Thanks, James. How are you today? I'm not too bad, Eleonora. Thank you. I slept a lot through the weekend, and I haven't really done much, but I'm at least slightly awake today, which is good. And we're playing Serpent Isle for the first time on stream, so I'm hyped for that. Not the first time that I've played it, of course, but the first time that we've streamed it. Back to the game view, where I've got my cool-ass camera selection thing going on. Alright, so let's answer these copy protection questions. Is he dead? Look! Oh, now it's an anvil. It actually does do, like, completely random objects for the selection when it switches these things with the teleport storm. And there is a big cheat that happens how the game does this teleport storm sequence, which I will show you more in detail when we finish the game and we go around the game world exploring all of the out of bounds areas. But basically, this shoreline that we're on here has 2 extra copies out there in the water, and the player is teleported between them. So there's no way that you can, for example, drop the cool sword or the cool spellbook and be able to return and pick it up later. You're teleported, your items are stripped from you, there's no way around it. So we go through here, another anvil. Okay, Storm is very anvil-y today. Thou hast arrived. Even as was foretold, I have travelled a great distance to meet with thee. My name is Thoxa. But wait, I proceed too quickly. Perhaps thou art not the premost hero. I must test thee, lest I give mine assistance in error. For how many reasons did Erstam put down the history of the land in writing? Pretty sure that was 1, but let's check. So much like the previous user manual for Ultima VII, The Black Gate, was written from the perspective of Blatlin. Like, Blatlin is the alleged author of that. We've got Erstam, the Mad Mage, writing this book. I put this history to paper for but one reason, posterity.
Future generations should know of the events that led to our emigration to the Serpent Isle, that they may avoid repeating the mistakes of their forebears. So, a little background on the Serpent Isle is that in the events of Ultima 4 and 5, I guess, I'm not certain on the exact details, but you as the Avatar unite all of the disparate kingdoms under one rule, the rule of Lord British. And surprisingly, some people kind of objected to that. I don't know why. And they went into exile and traveled the land and found this new land called the Serpent Isle because of all the snakes. And they've set up here and they've got their own little towns. And yeah, they don't like the whole Lord British ruling everything, stuff like that. This will be an important detail later. Twitch is full of cool people. It is, YGY. And I find that the retro community is especially wholesome. I think because we have to put up with some of the eccentricities of these old games that, they're difficult to get running or they require a lot of patience. So the people that generally tend to play them also have some measure of patience with them. In what circle of magic doth the Create Automata spell appear? I think this is 6. But let's just double check. Traveler's Guide, Path, Enemies, Reagents, Spells, 4th Circle of Magic, 5th Circle of Magic, 6. Create Automata, in Ort Zen. Yep. I mean, I used to be able to do this from memory because we played it so often. How many beasts are discussed in the bestiary in Erstam's book? Okay, that one I don't know off the top of my head. But we've got the bestiary up here. And we'll just count them up. Starting with Acid Slug, Alligator, Bat, Bear, bird, boar, cat, chicken, corpse. I'm just going to have to count them up, sorry. I can't count on my thing and on my hands and read through it, but we'll switch screens again just so you can see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1. I suppose Ghost counts as a beast? We'll see. 2, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 44, 7, 9, 2, 52. Thou art truly the one I seek. Here is the hourglass of fate. Here's your MacGuffin. Masochist. Yes, Mazizzi. In another way of phrasing it. Keep it with thee always, for through it the monks of Zenka can aid thee. Okay, I have questions. Foretold? I'm a Zenkan monk, my daughter. As such, I have devoted my life to studying the prophecies of Zenka. The writings are clear. The hero shall come in the last days with 3 companions. Where are your 3 companions? To battle against the evil which is in the land. Move my mic a bit closer. Further, the hero shall be given guidance from a power that dwells in the void. That's the balanced serpent. So I'm the promised hero, am I? The land is in dire need of a hero, for the end of the world draws nigh. There are storms which lash out, with magical lightnings, and strange illnesses which plague the innocent. Yeah, we got hit by some lightning earlier. Lastly, there is the growing sense that something is wrong in the land. Okay, what sort of assistance am I, the hero, providing you? My time with thee is short, so take careful heed of mine advice. There is a cave further south by a large red bush. Its entrance is invisible. If thou canst find thy way in, it may provide more clues. Okay. Follow the coast until thou dost come to a great city. The name of the city is Monitor. An old friend of thine awaits thee there. So what's this hourglass do, aside from tell me when to take my food out of the oven? As long as the hourglass of fate is with thee, if thou art killed, thou shalt be resurrected on Monk Isle. And if one of thy companions is killed, thou can summon one of us to resurrect him or her by use of the hourglass. The monk shall come soon, when thou art in a safe place without strangers or distractions. Cool, I can just raise the dead whenever. That's handy. The writings of Zenka speak of the three which shall travel with thee. Without them thou canst not succeed. They shall be thine oldest and most trusted friends, and it is their part to share thine adventure with thee. So I guess I can't just ditch Iolo and Shimeno and Dupre at the start. Thou must find them, hero, and then never let them leave thy side. What power? The writings are vague on this point, so that it is not certain whether the power lives in the void now, or merely came from that place. However, I know that thou shalt need to seek out 3 artifacts, a ring, a necklace, and an earring. Through these ancient items, the power shall communicate with thee. More than this, I know not. Okay, more MacGuffins to collect. These storms, could it be it's just a natural consequence of climate change? The storms are one of the signs that the end of the world is at hand. I know not what causes them, or how they may be stopped. Stop mining coal. Most ships have ceased to sail, for the storms strike any vessel which leaves harbour. So no sailing around in this game. The lightning doth have the power to kill or to teleport, and sometimes it changes the nature of that which it strikes. And people are getting sick, huh? The prophecies mention that a plague will come among us, to sicken the meek and the innocent. Hast thou noticed the dying birds? They are only the first victims. At first the disease shall strike the wildest races, and lastly the race of men. And, wrong? Why does it feel wrong? I cannot explain further. Dost thou not feel it? The sense that something is not right? Zenka speaks of these days as the time of imbalance. Okay, I guess you've briefed me on everything I need to do here. Be seeing ya. I must go now, before those who oppose me find that I have been here. Speaking of... Doxa, thou shouldst know better than to meddle in the affairs of fate, Doxa. By merely talking with the hero, thou may be condemning us. We must intervene, Karnax. The very fabric that weaves the tapestry of the cosmos may depend on it. Thou art as foolish as ever, girl. Zenka's writings are crystal clear. Those who seek to aid the hero shall cause her greatest calamities. So, the monks of Monk Isle, they are followers of Zenka's prophecies, and as you can see, they interpret these prophecies differently. There's a faction that decides that we should not aid the hero, and there's the faction that decide they should aid the hero. And Thoxa is the one that's aiding us, and Karnax doesn't like us that much. Or at least doesn't want to be a hands-on kind of helper. Further, there's a big debate about whether the 3 companions are good to have around or bad to have around. I say this because they're arguing about Zenka's writings, but when we do travel to Monk Isle, Zenka is right there. Zenka is one of the monks. They could just ask her if they are unsure about how her writings are to be interpreted. I must stop thee, before thou sendest all to our doom. Maslam, this fire ring shall save thee from being destroyed during this battle, hero. Neither of us means thee harm, but errors can occur in the heat of combat. Remain within the ring. As if I have a choice. Oh, monk battle! I'm not so easily defeated, friend monk. Pew pew pew! Ah! Hero, listen to me before the fires consume me. Beware of thy friends. They shall only bring destruction upon thee. Finally, someone talking some sense. Vile witch, thou wilt pay. Ah! Goodbye. Karnax is defeated for now. I am weak and must leave. Remember to seek out the 3 companions. They must be at thy side. These monastery people are running amok. Nice one. And watch for the ring, necklace, and earring, for by these the power shall guide thee. Seek out the black sword within the cage, with the cage demon that thou didst bring with thee from the other land. Thou must have it to complete thy quest. Peace out. Oh, hi, Shamina. Avatar, art thou all right? I heard what sounded like the explosions of a volcano. And look at all the fire here. I've been searching all over for thee. That storm hath left me quite disconcerted. I can find neither Iolo nor Dupre. And to make matters worse, nothing remains of the equipment that Lord British gave us. It has all been replaced by strange items that I do not recognize. Perhaps thou should inspect thine equipment as well. I shall make a list of what we have. And, yes, sure enough, Shamina's nice bow is gone. He's got some nice slippers now, though. He's still got this two-handed hammer. And he's got a skull and an odd hairbrush. Oh, and a severed limb. This is a nice one. It's a little hand that just moves around on its own. You hold on to that. It might come in handy. Anyway. Let's go look for our equipment. Whoa. And I guess... Milady, that seems alike to the bow I did lose to the magical storm. And we are carrying an animal skull, given to us by the strange storm. It must have changed places with my bow. Yes, we all came to that conclusion already, Shamina. Poggers, it is a clue. If we find where the other strange items come from, we shall find our lost possessions. So yep, you take the bow. Not that we have any arrows to use on it yet. And we can put the skull back down here. That's one item checked off the list. Speaking of the list, Shimeno has... Oh, this inventory is going to be a disaster. Has given us a list of items that were swapped that we can possibly go hunt down, or just will lead us to the next bit of quest. The list of items which we found ourselves with after the storm, prepared by Shimeno. A pine cone, or at least it appears to be one. A strange apparatus of glass and copper. A rock. A finely crafted ring of silver of a size to fit a small woman or child. A ridiculous fur cap. An enamelled breastplate, suitable for ceremonial occasions. A bottle of ice wine, whatever that is. A red hunk of stone. And we'll have to meet up with Iolo and Dupre, I guess, to see the rest of the list. So, Shimeno, I'm putting you in charge of weird stuff. You can have those. You may as well take the slippers off. Oh, and that. And pine cone, and pumice stone, and ice wine. Okay, my inventory is looking a little bit better now. Oh, and that ring. I'll keep wearing the breastplate, because it might actually provide some protection. So, Thoxus said something about a red bush and a secret cave entrance.
Shall we walk straight into the wall? How about that? Poggers! A bedroll! With this thou wilt sleep well anywhere. Yes, thank you, Shimino. I know how bedrolls work. Now, do I take it myself? Yeah, I think I'll have to take it myself. It weighs... Oh, it only weighs 1 stone. That's not too bad. Because unlike Ultima VII, there are many occasions where you get forcibly separated from your party. So you may need to make sure that you have on you all the really essential stuff. We've got a well and a bucket. You can use the bucket with the well. I'll wager that chest is locked. If we had lockpicks, however, we could open it. They work on locked doors, too. Of course, we only use them for virtuous reasons. The Avatar is no common thief. It's like he doesn't even know me. We did pass through an illusionary wall to enter. Might there be another leading from this place to someplace else? No, Shimino, that's nonsense. Let's see, we've got a barrel. An empty barrel. We've got a bag, and it's got some lockpicks in it. So, yeah, sure, why not? We'll take that. One interesting thing with Serpent Isle is you've got a little belt pouch that you can put items in there, or you can sheath a sword. But it becomes all too easy for items to get mixed up. I dated a thief, they stole my heart. Oh, Moody. Oh, Moody. And there's Poppy. Where's she going now? Anyway, let's use lockpick on chest. Unlocked. Nice. So what do we have? We've got a magic sling. Surely better than your regular sling. Dagger, some leather gloves, a cheese, a carrots, a bottle of something, we don't know what, and an apple. And we'll give Shimino this sextant for now. We don't really need it because we've got the cheats on, so we can press F3 at any time and see the map. But, you know, in theory, it's still a useful item to have because you can... well, if you're outside, you can use it to find where you are. It does not work inside. 153 south, 27 west. There you go. So that's it for the chest. Well, one more torch. And yes, another illusionary wall. Poggers, let us take thy torch. Thank you for the intro tutorial, Shimino. We need all that we can find, for they do not burn for long. No doubt we shall be in many strange dungeons before our adventure is over. Okay, here. Hold torch. Oh, you've already got a torch in your offhand. And what do we have here? We've got... Milady, I see a scroll. Perhaps it contains clues about this place, or counsel for our future adventurings. We'll read the scroll in a moment, Shimino. Don't jump the gun. Firstly, on this corpse we have 6 serpent scales, which is a magic reagent that I will shove in my bag here. And we've got another chest, and this Ankh altar, which is interesting, because they don't normally worship Ankhs here, they worship serpents and what have you. Can I use P for lockpick? I can! Oh, it's so nice. Serpent Isle adds a lot of nice key bindings. No, left-handed mouse, right-handed mouse. Is it Control H? Alt H? Shift H? No. There was a key or something that will bring up the help for all of the different keys you can use. But yes, P for lockpicks, F for food, K for your keyring. It's so nice, like not having to dig through your bag so much. Well, I don't need these boots, but Shimino surely does. And I've got a shield. He does not. He's holding a torch right now, so I kind of want him to... We'll hold it for later. Coins, those are mine. And a sword. I'll take the sword. We should be able to upgrade our gear fairly soon. But it's not quite the same as Black Gate, where I can just rush to get the Hoe of Destruction right at the start. Alright, is it scroll time? It's scroll time. Prepare for excitement. Dearest Drogeni, what follows is an excerpt from my translation of an ancient manuscript. The translation is crude, since I do not as yet fully understand the Serpent runes, but I think thou wilt find this very exciting. Until we meet again, Erstan, thy devoted servant. I write this in great haste, for I can already hear the forces of order breaching the keep walls. I know not how this missive will survive to reach the outside lands, or, for that matter, future generations. My only hope is that this speedily drafted work will offer record of our hallowed philosophy. For our culture to have any chance of enduring the ages, someone somewhere must find this. Please, reader, I beseech thee, spread the word of our peoples, release the spirit of our word, and learn from the wisdom of the past. Balance, the harmony between the principles of order and chaos, is the one pure axiom that we hold true. All three principles are symbolized in our hieroglyphs. The great earth serpent, keeper of balance, lies on a vertical plane around which the two opposing serpents of chaos and order wrap themselves. But this is quite a big dive into their philosophy, but it is relevant to most of the puzzles. Chaos and order each embrace three forces. These 6 forces, when combined, form the 3 principles of balance. It's just a bit of a info dump at the start of the game, you know? Let the player wander around a bit first. The forces of chaos are tolerance, enthusiasm, and emotion. The forces of order are ethicality, discipline, and logic. Chaos. Tolerance is that which encourages the acceptance of all things. Enthusiasm is the energy that allows one to perform great tasks. Emotion is the ability to perceive those feelings that come from the heart, as opposed to those coming from the mind. Order. Ethicality is the belief that there is great value in abiding by rules of conduct. Discipline is the drive to complete a task and avoid the distractions that will prevent its completion. Logic, from its clear, reasoned thought, free from any instinctual biases. Balance. From the marriage between 2 forces, one each from chaos and order, come the principles. Tolerance and ethicality combine to perform harmony, the ability to be at peace with the self, the individual, and the world. From the union of enthusiasm and discipline springs dedication, that which permits one to surmount obstacles and lead others. And finally, emotion tempered by logic results in rationality, the ability to comprehend life and understand the world around us. The forces of chaos and order must ever remain in balance, for imbalance leads to disaster. Witness the war-torn state of our world today. As thou canst surely see, my world has been torn asunder by disregard for balance. Our dearest axiom, if thou dost thrive in a time less violent, I can do no more than plead with thee to help restore balance to the Serpent Isle. I must end this brief explication here, for I can hear mine attackers pounding upon the oaken door downstairs. I wish thee and thy world better fortune than mine own. Sithinos, the great Hierophant. So I'm going to lose my voice. There's a lot of reading to do. But let's keep going and we'll see how far I get before I decide to call it. There's plenty of game to continue playing. We will be at this for many episodes. There's a boar corpse here that has some food on it that we'll just help ourselves to. No more secret passages. Just a big wall and a guard outpost. Another improvement Serpent Isle gives you. You don't have to quickly double-click something that's moving. You can press T to target something. Halt! Who art thou, and what is thy business? I am Poggers. I see. Another stranger. Most suspicious. There have not been many travelers recently. Another stranger? The coloured storms and the goblins have kept most people off the roads, and so it is unusual to see strangers in Monitor. Suspicious, in fact. Perhaps thou art in league with the enchanter who materialized in the centre of town. We promptly jailed him. But the uproar interrupted the funeral ceremonies. Who is this enchanter? Thou dost show an unusual interest in this man. Speak to Lord Marston. I shall say no more about thee on the matter. Okay. The storms are pretty rough then, aren't they? Didst thou not see the storm which passed here so recently? Even a knight must hide from the fury of nature. Hast thou noticed the lightning? It comes in many colours, and hath sinister magical properties. Well, I'm not a goblin. Foul creatures! They are the bane of our existence. We are at war with the goblins, and have been for many generations. If it were not for the pikemen patrolling the roads, one could never travel anywhere. Yeah, travelling. Why would anyone bother with going anywhere beyond Monitor? This is where courage thrives. Out there, frivolity reigns. Moonshade is nothing more than a city of mages. Who needs magic? It pales before a sharply honed sword. As for Fawn, the place is obsessed with strange customs, and they worship beauty. Now, how can that compare to courage? The roads? Dost thou know nothing? I know what roads are. I was asking about where the roads go. Why, we Monitorians have built the ancient have rebuilt the ancient highways and added new trails and byways. Each of our commands supplies the men to guard the towers, which protects the trade routes. But it is all foolishness. Fawn Tower hath been conquered, and the goblins will not stop there. So this enchanter interrupted a funeral? 'Tis a sad affair. One of our patrols was ambushed, and the goblins slew nearly all of them. Only Templar survived to return. Worse yet, the patrol was led by the champion knight, and she remains lost. We must assume that she is slain, and the Helm of Monitor taken. Oh no, not the Helm of Monitor. The helm is more than symbolic. Yes, the champion knight wears it, but it stands for something. It was once the property of the goblin chieftain who nearly conquered Monitor. Now that they have it again, we are in dire trouble. So you stole it from them, and they've stolen it back, is what I'm hearing. And who is this champion knight? We are lost without Astrid, for she was a warrior of warriors. Only the bravest knight can be the champion of Monitor. We compete constantly for the title, and this keeps us fit to battle the goblin hordes. Astrid was unique among us, for she held the title for nearly 3 years. In the north, they say that women are weak, but not in Monitor. So the position of champion of Monitor is open, then? As the Avatar, I do love acquiring job titles. Open the gate. Art thou friend or foe? Go have a vote on what we should say. These questions are usually, your typical RPG affair. There's only the one right answer, and the wrong answer just loops you back on the dialogue, but we'll see how it goes. I need to do more of these polls and predictions and things. They're fun. And they're a nice perk of having unlocked the associate thing. Non-scrub tier, what's it called? Affiliate. Looks like friend is winning. All right, it's decided. We are friend. I do not know thou art a friend. I shall let thee in, but thou must have an escort until thou hast spoken to Lord Marston. Thou canst find him at the crematorium, mourning for the dead. Follow the road north. Remember, we shall be keeping an eye upon thee. Beware of goblins. Is it mealtime yet? Pay the tariff. Do not tarry here. I wonder if we can just ditch our escort. Hey, Kendra. Oh, another pikeman. Just avoid that one. Yep, we managed to just ditch our escort. That's easy. Well, this is the crematorium person. Say here, I'm Renfrey, the cremator, and there is a funeral in progress. Lords Marston, Spector, Brendan, and Kaladin are all in the crypts paying their last respects. Okay. I guess I need to go see Lord Marston, so I'll go to the crypt. No, that's your bedroom. You keep an urn in your bedside drawer? Okay. Ah, here we are. Ah, there they are. So there's a funeral here for great... No, hang on, that's not great. G-R-O... I'm not awake enough to read Runic right now. H-N... Oh, Knight. Yeah. Okay, so that's Knight. S-W-E-R... T-H-N... Than... It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I used to be able to read that just like off the top of my head and even write it if I wanted to like keep a secret diary. But it's been some time since I've really used that. Let's talk to Lord Marston then. Greetings, stranger. I'm Lord Marston. Thou hast come to this city at a grievous hour. We are here to entomb the ashes of this brave pikeman, Groach. Ah, Groach, that's the word I was trying to read. It's a name. As well as to mourn the loss of our knight champion. Of course, they can't cremate Astrid because they haven't recovered her body. Astrid was the finest knight that Monitor ever had. The goblins ambushed her patrol. They slew all but one of the pikemen, and took Astrid's body back to their camp, to be feasted upon and used to make their sickening trophies, no doubt. When the reinforcements came, they were mere moments too late. They managed to rescue Groach, but his injuries were too severe. Not even our healer, Hana, could save him. Damn the goblins, they should be exterminated. What business dost thou have with me, stranger? I'm here to mourn Astrid, you know. It's a terrible loss to the community. Canst thou imagine the horrors of being devoured alive? She was a masterful warrior, and deserved finer death than this. Understand, stranger, that Marston and this woman were bedmates. There is none to replace her, and certainly none able to reclaim the Helm of Monitor from the goblins. Really? No one could reclaim the Helm of Monitor from the goblins? That sounds like a quest. 'Tis a sacred item once belonging to the goblins. It was what gave their ancient leader, Gurnordir, the power to build the goblin horde. When our forefathers killed Gurnordir, his helm was claimed for Monitor. It has since been worn by the Knight Champion. We need to reclaim it, else the goblins shall again build their horde and invade this great city. We need to raid the goblins then.
I see no reason to discuss this matter with someone who is not even a knight. Oh, I see. Discrimination, that's it, is it? So this Knight Champion, then. Knight Champion is the most revered title in Monitor, more than Lord. To be Knight Champion is to be the finest warrior in the land. To hone their skills, our knights meet daily on the list field to spar. Thus they demonstrate their martial prowess. From success in tournament and in battle, the Knight Champion is determined. He or she is privileged to wear the Helm of Monitor. And the list field, where do I find that? Thou canst hardly miss the list field. 'Tis the walled field in the south part of town. There is no shortage of opponents, especially if thou dost go there in the late morning or afternoon. Even strangers like thyself are welcome to spar. 'Tis good preparation for the test of knighthood. Oh, there's a lot to talk about here. Test of knighthood, you say? One cannot be born a knight, nor can the title be bestowed for money or influence. Only worthy warriors can become a knight. To test the worthiness of those who sought knighthood, a special dungeon was prepared. If one can survive the knight's test, then one is ready for knighthood. 'Tis an honor to become a knight of Monitor, yet 'tis also a heavy responsibility. There are many enemies in the land. Oh, one cannot shirk one's responsibilities after becoming a knight. Thy command might call thee to tower duty, or to scout the goblins. There is nothing worse than deserting thy command. In times of crisis, thy place is here in Monitor. For instance, young Knight Wilfred hath left Monitor to investigate the strange death of his father. Such nonsense. He is needed here with his brother knights. And about this knight's test, which I assume I will have to take to become a knight. The dungeon lies north of town, in the mountains. At the entrance, a knight named Schmed awaits the hopeful warriors. He can explain the rules of the test to thee, or thou couldst speak with Kaladin. 'Tis Kaladin's duty to instruct knight candidates. None can take the test of knighthood without the permission of the Lord of Monitor. Dost thou seek my permission? Yeah, sure, why not? Very well. Schmed will ask thee the password. Tell him this. Courage is the soul of life. And this Gunnodir person, ancient goblin. If thou wist to learn more of this evil race and its history, speak to Templar. He is an expert on the subject. I would have thought that Spectran was, or Spector was an expert on the subject, but okay. We'll meet Spector later. Goblins. I vow to war upon them till the end of the world. There shall be no end to my vengeance upon the goblins. They have robbed, pillaged, and murdered our people since our ancestors came here centuries ago. They delight in kidnapping our women and eating them alive. Oh, how terrible. In the end, 'tis either men or goblins. Both of us cannot dwell here. And, what are the duties of a knight? Well, you? I am the Lord of Monitor, the city of knights. There are 3 bodies of knights in the city. No command is better than another, for all warriors are equal. As the leader of the leopards, this is my year to rule Monitor. Leopards? You're the leader of the Leopards Eating Faces party, are you? We are the peacemakers. The bears and the wolves always quarrel, but we stop them from wringing each other's necks. We bring balance to the community. 'Tis not always glorious to be a leopard, but we are proud to do our duty. And the wolves. The prosperity of Monitor is due to the foresight of the wolves. They have forced us to reach out to our fellow man. The wolves repaired the ancient highway and added new roads to link the 3 cities. They built the guard towers. Brendan is their lord. The wolves are smart, preferring cunning over brute force. And the bears are, of course, the opposite. The bears have saved this city again and again. They never forget that we live under siege, that the goblins could always attack. The city walls were constructed by the bears. They are tough, strong, powerful warriors. Kaladin is their lord. Every citizen of the town must become a Knight of Monitor, or be banished when they reach the age of 15. The Knights are organized into 3 warbands, which are known as commands: the Bears, the Wolves, and the Leopards. As thou hast no doubt noted, our tattoos mark us according to our command. Cool. I think that's all we want to learn about Monitor and its customs for now. Can you tell me this strange enchanter that appeared in the center of town? It was a most disrespectful, the way that enchanter did interrupt our memorial service. The white-haired wizard appeared on top of the cremator in the most reverent part of the ceremony. I ordered him jailed. We are very strict here in Monitor. Could this be our friend Diolo, milady? Then thou shouldst visit the criminal in jail. We have our hands full in this town with goblins, and we do not need such pranksters in Monitor. All right, that's enough for me. Bye. But why hast thou come to our town? What is thy business here? Clipping a bit, sorry. Perhaps she is a spy for the goblins. Now, I do not agree with all this talk of a spy within our midst. Do not let these rumors divide our city, Kaladin. Yet there was that other suspicious stranger, the fat sage, whom I threw out of town. And that scholar, a woman with fine bone structure, but little too old to pleasure me. Oh, this guy. Could he be speaking of Iolo's wife, the good Lady Gwenno? Do not forget the enchanter who appeared in the midst of the funeral service for us deceased pikemen. Warriors, be still. There is no spy in Monitor, and I refuse to hear more of this. There is no spy. Poggers, I thought I would never find thee. When that strange storm struck, there was a flash, and I found myself in a wilderness. Fearing to be slain by the goblins patrolling the woods, I instead took shelter in this walled city. But these pikemen insist on escorting me to their leader. You couldn't dodge the escort, could you, Dupre? That is all right. If thou art with my friend here, thou needest not speak with me. Before we go any farther, Avatar, I think we should take stock of our supplies. That blasted storm exchanged all of mine equipment for useless refuse, even mine enchanted shield. We cannot hope to survive long without the proper equipment. Perhaps if we can find where this rubbish came from, we can find our good equipment. I shall prepare a list. I've already begun one. Then I shall add to it. Alright, let's talk to this guy who hasn't really spoken during the ceremony. I am Spector, treasurer of Monitor. So what are your duties? Frankly, I do so many things. I am Monitor's treasurer. Lord Marston may order things done, but I must find a way to pay for it all. I handle the books and the paperwork, and I'm the local money exchanger. I also collect and administer the taxes. Frankly, I'm not much of a fighter, even though I am a knight. So we can talk to Spector here to exchange coins. We might want to do that, actually, because we did find all that Filari in our inventory. To barter coins, I charge a small fee of the money exchanged. Dost thou agree? Sure, why not? What coinage dost thou desire? Your local coin of the realm. What dost thou care to exchange for monetary? I have this Filari. I can give thee 1 monetary for every 4 Filari thou hast. Dost thou agree to my rate? It's a bit of a rip-off, but sure. How many Filari would thou like to exchange? I think we had 71? 76, I guess. I will take thy 76 Filari and give thee 19 monetary, subtracting my charge of 4 monetary, for a final sum of 18 monetary given to thee. Adjust the window slightly. Just there's like a pixely offset on that. Oh, that's not 4, that's 1. Okay. The coins are thine. Dost thou wish to exchange more coins? No. So you became a knight, huh? Well, I dutifully passed the test of knighthood when I was 15, but frankly not everyone was born to be a knight, I admit. What I am is an intellectual. Other knights may scoff, but I don't care. I might be an easy target on the list field, but in debate I am a killer. Perhaps thou shouldst consider taking the test of knighthood. It is not so difficult with proper training. We citizens are so much nicer to thee when thou art a knight, rather than a stranger. We distrust outsiders. I'm not going to talk to him about taxes. How about this enchanter that appeared? Oh, thou must be speaking of that wild rogue mage that was recently arrested, trying to disrupt Groat's funeral. I believe he said his name was Iolo. Thou should speak with Lord Marston. He dealt with him. All right. And this test of knighthood, what's your opinion? 'Tis actually quite easy. Do not believe what the knights will tell thee. Frankly, if I can pass it, anyone can. If thou desirest to know more, I would suggest speaking to Kaladin. He is the instructor for young knight candidates. Also, thou couldst speak with little Cantra. She is preparing to take the test next month, and is full of information. Alright, bye. Okay, can we maybe be at a stage of the game where we are a bit more free to go? We can investigate deeper into the crypts here and find... Ooh, what's this? Interesting. A serpent gate. I guess what we should do is pick up Iolo next, so we have all three companions. And let's have a quick look at what Dupre's carrying here. He has a blue egg, which is a penguin egg. I'll give that to Shana. He's got a shield of monitor, which I guess got exchanged for his shield. I'll let him keep that because it's handy. And he's got some sausages. Nice. 50 gold coins. Yoink. Mine now. So let's see, what equipment can we give him? Give him a shield. Oh, he's already got a shield. Now he's dual shielding. No, that's not a thing in this game. Can I give you a weapon of some sort? I guess just hold a torch. You can use that as a weapon. And yeah, this is the crematorium. Have a look at that. Oh, careful, Dupre, don't stand there. You don't want to get yourself cremated. Yeah, that would be bad. So, we're free to wander around at least. Let's go to the jail and say hi to this evil enchanter. And I guess, yeah, as my voice starts to fail me, we'll just call it when I need the break, and that'll be a good enough stream, and then I'll be eager to play it next week. Okay, this is just an armory. Here's the jail. And there's a cat. This cat is called Smudge, and we cannot pat the cat, because the developers decided to code it so that Smudge will explode if you pat it too much. Jail. So obviously this jail is a great place, and they're keeping everyone nice and healthy. The people of Monitor really do care about people. This is the jail cell that we'll end up in if we commit crimes here. And they've got a barrel full of mugs and some cheese. I mean, crimes, obviously taking food isn't a crime, is it? That's just being an avatar. I might distribute the food across the different people this time, because with the F key that we have available to just feed whoever, the game automatically takes food out of the inventory to do that, and we don't need to worry too much about having a single food guy whose backpack is full of food. Chest where our items go if we get imprisoned.
And, oh, pity an old man, I'm innocent. Yeah, tell it to the judge. Please free thine old friend. There hath been a terrible mistake, milady. That storm transported me to this odd city. Because I'm a stranger, they arrested me. They say that I am an enchanter. Speak to Lord Marston, and win my freedom. I know thou shalt not leave me. Yeah, okay, bye. I guess we need to speak to Lord Marston again. They might be at the inn. This one? Yes. No, it is not time for food. Here's the list field. Unlike Ultima VII, where you talk to trainers to improve your stats, in this game, to improve your physical stats, you actually have to go out onto this list field and do a little mock battle. It still consumes training points as before, and I think there's a few different trainers you can spar with to train up your strength or dexterity. So we'll do that later. Here's Cantra, the person that's preparing to do her knighthood test. Let's talk to her.
I am not as young as I look. Dost thou know how hard it is to be small for one's age? I'm 14 years old, nearly old enough to be a Knight of Monitor, but everyone thinks that I'm a little girl. Sorry, I mean, welcome to Monitor. My name's Cantra.
And you're training to be a knight? Otherwise you get kicked out?
I've trained for a long time to become a knight. There is nothing in the world so wonderful as being a knight. My father was a knight, and a very good one, but he's dead now. When I turn 15, I can take the test of knighthood and become a grand warrior.
Your father?
Everyone says that he might be alive, but it's been weeks since he disappeared. I'm old enough to face the truth. He was on patrol near Monitor. He told the pikemen that he'd found something suspicious and went to look, and he never returned. Must have been the goblins. I refuse to weep, but I vow that the first dozen goblins I slay shall be for him.
Okay. And you're training for the test.
I'm strong. I'm ready. The goblins will be no match for me. I have trained well. If thou dost need a trainer, I can recommend one. Everyone says that Shazana is the best trainer, but she is such a tyrant. Ever since my father died, Kaladin has been my trainer. He is big and loud, and sometimes dumb, but he doth have a good heart.
And the test of knighthood?
I've been training for the test mine entire life. Anything that thou needest to know, I can tell thee. It truly isn't so dangerous if thou dost know its secrets, and Shmed is nothing to worry about. What wouldst thou like to know?
Where is it?
The test of knighthood takes place in the Knights Mountains, just north of the city. Thou must follow the trail that leads west from the highway. But beware the goblins. They come ever closer to the city of late. Even the bravest warrior can be slain if ambushed.
And does it have any secrets?
These actually are not secrets, since everyone in Monitor knows how Knight's Test doth operate. To become a knight, thou must survive the dungeon there. Simply remember these tips. Do not look back, or the explosions will overcome thee. Move swiftly at first. Look upwards, as well as from side to side. There are clues that would otherwise escape thee. Be prepared to climb. Timing is essential. The fiery missiles can be outrun, if thou dost watch carefully. Use thine hands to search as well as thine eyes, for some things are invisible. The last chamber is kept a secret, but I would wager that it is easy as the rest of the dungeon, if thou dost keep a calm head and steady nerves.
Alright, that's all.
Very well. Oh, I hope that thou dost attempt the Knight's Test, and when thou dost, please come back to tell me about it.
If you're here, I will.
Slay a goblin.
So where would Marston be if not not boozing it up? Oh yeah, there's the like town hall here. He'll be in here. There's Spectre. Spectring it up. There's some grisly trophies. Archives. So we've got a xylophone. A puppy check, actually. He might be in the bedroom. Yep, let's get it back on camera. Oh, the weather's turning. And yeah, sometimes NPCs come up to you and say, I want to speak to you. It's kind of cool. Greetings, Poggers. What is thy business with me? The Enchanter. Could you let him out? I understand thou hast spoken with this villain. He's my friend. Then explain to me thy friend's actions. Is he a sorcerer? No. Then how did he appear in the middle of the funeral? Doth he fly? He was hit by lightning. Indeed, the storms have been known to magically displace their victims. If only thou wert a knight, then I could let thee vouch for thy friend, and let him free. But thou art merely a stranger here. Okay, bye. Good day, certainly. There's a traitor. Difficult to believe, says Spectra. They're having a meeting about things. Who is this person in the paladin outfit? Oh, this one is, what's his face? I have not seen thee in Monitor before. Thou art new here. Welcome. What's your name? I'm called Kaladin, after mine own grandfather. He was a champion knight. And if I ever discover who has his urn, I shall wring their neck. Canst thou imagine someone stealing the ashes of the dead? I'm not superstitious, mind thee, but I do believe that a man's ashes are secret. They represent his soul, his heart, his honor. To know that my grandfather's ashes have been taken from the crypts. The ashes of the dead are kept in the mountain caves, where wild beasts cannot defile the urns. Renfrey is the caretaker there. If thou dost desire to pay the respects to the dead, thou shalt no doubt encounter him there. So how do I become a champion knight? The champion knight of Monitor is the one who hath won the right to wear the Helm of Courage. Currently, the helm is in the hands of the goblins. They took the helm when they slew Astrid, our last champion knight. The helm must be recovered, and Astrid must be avenged. Alright, maybe I'll do that. And you're a trainer, apparently. Yes, I am a trainer. The key to winning in combat is to be strong, and to achieve deadly precision in the application of that strength. Those are the things I teach. I teach ways to make weak warriors stronger, and to make strong warriors invincible. As thou hast probably guessed, I am especially good with female students. Oh, jeez. But thou should ask me of this another time. Come to the list field at noon any day, and I shall be happy to train thee. 'Tis at the south end of town, and is where all the knights go to fight in their tournaments and improve their fighting skills. And what are your duties?
I'm the leader of the command of the bear. The bears are the bravest, most virile warriors in Monitor. Courage is in our name. Do not smirk. The command of the bear is unmovable. The goblins dare not assault Monitor, for they know that we are here. I am also one of the best combat trainers in the land, shouldst thou need such aid. Cool, yep. Heard all about the bears and Cliff. See ya. I'm not usually so talkative to an outsider. Thou shalt not find many in this town who welcome out strangers. A word of advice. If thou desirest to be accepted in Monitor, then thou shouldst consider taking the test of knighthood. If thou art not a knight, then thou art nothing. Okay, how do I take the test? A woman of courage! I perceive thou hast the spirit of a warrior. To become a knight of Monitor, thou must first ask permission of the Lord of Monitor. Then thou must journey to the dungeon called Knight's Test. Thou canst survive that ordeal, then thou canst receive thy knighthood. When thou hast completed the test, then there will be a great banquet held for thee. Thou shalt receive thy tattoo, and thou shalt wear the pelt of thy totem animal. But we can discuss this upon thy return, if thou dost have the courage to take the test of knighthood. I don't want one of your silly tattoos. I want my own. We know the location. What's the ordeal? Fairy explosions, wild animals, puzzles to queer the mind, and mysteries beyond the understanding of mortals. Well, perhaps I exaggerate some. The test is difficult, and many have died. But if thou dost know the secrets of the dungeon, the quest is not so hard. After all, most Monitarians take the test when they are 15 years of age. Young Cantra will take it soon. Tattoos. Think before you ink, lol. Thank you, Moody. With training, thou canst succeed. Change subject. Certainly. Bye. Courage. And here we see two Monitorian pikemen in their native environment. No, 3 of them. They have collapsed up against each other and are both expecting the other to move. So, who else do we want to talk to in Monitor? Just barge into some random house. Ooh, 3 Monitari. Okay, don't mind if I do. And a book. Guide to Knighthood by Graham of Monitor. I'm not reading this. Yeah, these are people's personal quarters that we're barging into. And rummaging around in. Locked chest. Some boots. Dupre, do you have boots? You do. Well, maybe we try our lockpicking skills. Ooh, 13 Monitari. Don't mind if I do. Hey, we need to fund an expedition, and we're gonna use whatever sources we can. Remember, if the Avatar steals, it's totally above board, and legit, and honorable, and virtuous. This is training hall. But no training actually occurs at the training hall. We would have to go to the list field to do that. Still, we were looking for a weapon for Dupre, and... Oh, he's got his shield, but... Let's give him a halberd. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon what we'll do is we'll have a wander round, let my voice recuperate a little bit, steal everything that's not nailed down, and we'll think about doing the Knight's Test next, because apparently we have to do that to free YOLO.
But it would be interesting just to talk to some people, like some of the locals, before we pass our test of knighthood, because then we can see how they react to us differently. A helm, don't mind if I do. And Shamino here can upgrade from a sling to a bow. Oh, if he's not holding a torch. And I'm definitely going to have to remember to do off-stream inventory reshuffling. Oh wait, we have a magic bow. We don't need just this crummy non-magic bow. Got a magic bow. Ah, here's Harna in the fields. She probably doesn't respond to us differently if we're a knight or not. And it's actually cool that, unlike in Ultima VII where we met a few farmers, Harna here is actually like chopping stuff down. Slowly but surely. I wonder if we waited here, that if she'd actually harvest everything. Anyway, let's talk. How may I help thee? I am Widow Harna, the healer of Monitor. I also grow my own food. You're a widow. My beloved husband was slain while doing his duty, so I should have no complaints. Though goblins have taken his life, they too shall die. But it had been hard on Kantra. A girl at her age needs a father, dost thou not agree? And you do healing? I am not a magical healer. Monitorians are quite suspicious of magic. I use a natural healing method, which uses herbs. Art thou in need of a healer? No, I'm not. If thou art ever in need of a healer, I shall be ready to assist thee. Let's hope that never comes up. Certainly not from, like, I don't know, just spitballing poisoned tattoo ink. Can you give me some information? What dost thou desire to know? Yes, strange objects. We have a lot of those. What sort of items are thou inquiring about? Well, I found this lost ring, which is mine, but it might belong to someone else. Do you know of anyone? That looks to be a special ring, although it does not appear to be magical. Lucilla is more interested in such baubles and trinkets than I. Perhaps she will be able to tell thee more. How about this fur cap? Celia here in town is a tanner and a furrier. This hat looks like it could be her work. What about this weird apparatus? That strange apparatus does not look like nothing I have ever seen before. Could it be some kind of statue, or mayhaps a magical implement? Fawn is known for its statuary, while Moonshade is the city of mages. Perhaps thou should inquire there. I must return to my duties. These crops will not wait. Interesting. She gets bored of us. Wait, I have more strange objects. I must be about my duties. We must discuss this another time. Huh, okay. Wow, NPCs are not just a walking encyclopedia for me to peruse. Alright. I guess maybe, if we were a knight, we could bore her with endless questions. Anyway, while she's in the fields, let's poke around her house. Got some bread, yoink. She has a crystal ball. Sounds suspiciously magic if you ask me. What will we see? Ah, fascinating. Stars and planets. We've got one Monetary. Who else can we talk to? Lucilla at the bar. Yes, she can tell us more about the ring, maybe. No. No, I think I've gone too far. This place, anyway. Lydia's tattoo parlor. Lydia's tattoo parlor. She's the upstanding citizen I get to talk to get my tattoo done. Begone with thee, stranger. No one who has not passed the test of knighthood is worthy of my time. Good day. Huh. Bit rude. But I'm sure she's a perfectly nice person with no ill intent whatsoever. Where is the pub? Hello, dog. Good pub. Bork. Pub. Okay, crematorium. So is it here? It's been a while since I've been in Monitor. Yeah, here we are. Right next to the list field, of course. Lydia. What can I do for thee, dear? My name is Lucilla. Is there anything I can do for thee? Anything at all? Yeah, I found this lost ring, which is probably mine, but if you do know someone who has it and has a magical ring that it got replaced with... A ring so pretty must be intended for a loved one. Perhaps a ring of marriage or engagement? Okay, so that's all you know. What's your name? My name is Lucilla, I just said. And what do you do here? I run the Slashing Sword, the best pub in Monitor, the only pub in Monitor. Thou mightest think that cooking is not a very knightly activity, but I assure thee, feeding the warriors in this town is indeed a quest of courage. If thou dost want anything to eat or drink, thou hast merely to say so, my lady. And while I would love to chat further, but I do not speak with strangers, my standards are very high, and thou art not a knight of Monitor. Not a knight. Hello again. Can I buy things from you? What wouldst thou like, my lady? Drink? So what hast thou a thirst for, my lady? Wine. The wine is a bit dry and a little sweet. I will sell thee a bottle for 5 monetari. Dost thou accept? So here we have something new to the Ultima VII engine. You can haggle. You can say, I'll give you 3. I need to make some profit. How doth 4 monetari sound to thee? Yes. Enjoy thy stay in Monitor, my lady. Thou art most welcome at the Slashing Blade. Thou hast agreed to a price of 4 monetari, my lady? Yes. How many wine bottles would thou like? 1. To thine health, my lady. Would thou care for more? No. So it's a nice idea in theory, but in practice it does make the buying process a little extra long. What do you have in your thing? Alright, who else can we talk to? Actually, that's the feast hall. Here, right? But we can't get in yet. And what else? What time is it? Because time is quite relevant for this. It's 3:11 p.m. and I think we can press W? Yes, nice. So who is this pikeman? My, what a fine-looking warrior. How might I be of service to thee? I wanted to train. Which of you dost wish to train? Dupre does. With whom dost thou wish to train? Kaladin? Sorry, but Kaladin is not around. He is usually here between 9 and noon. Thou mightest return then. With whom dost thou wish to train? These other people I've never met before? Shazana. Sorry, but Shazana is not around. She is usually here between noon and 3 p.m. Thou mightest return then. I'm going to need to make a list of these, aren't I? Brendan. Training costs 50... No. Yeah, 50 monetary. All right. I don't know if I have that much. Yes? Oh, Brendan, this here warrior wants to train with ye. Thou dost not have enough money. Alright. So, Avatar mental list. We need to get our items back. We need to become a Knight of Monitor if we want to get Iolo sprung out of jail. And we need money to buy training. There is one way that me and my sister back in the day would earn money, and it's a bit evil, but maybe we'll get to that later. In short, there's a person we can talk to in town who sells various things and supplies. Here. No, this is the furrier. Well, we were going to talk to her about the hat anyway. When thou hast become a knight, I can be of service to thee. Until then, go thy way. Fine. Everyone needs us to be a knight. More furs and things, okay. Oh, is it this shop? Provisions. Useless Zeddy. Hello.
Warning.
Welcome on in. Hi. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me go all big and stuff. Where is my scene? Chatting. Hi. Thank you so much for the raid, Useless Zeddy. Zeddy, I am saying that right? Hi. My name is James Necko, and I've just started my Serpent Isle playthrough here. I play a lot of retro DOS games. Either way is fine. Good to know. Thank you. Yeah, we've just gotten started. We've arrived on Serpent Isle, and everybody doesn't like us because we're not a knight, and we've lost one of our companions. We've got to spring him from jail. But yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite games, and excited to be playing it. Thank you so much for coming by. How are you? How was your stream? What were you playing? No regret. Oh, the Skatebird game. Yes, I saw you playing that before. Yeah, everyone, please go out and give Useless Zeddy a follow. She plays a lot of cool retro games. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I'm very tired at the moment, and my voice is going, so I don't know how much longer I can stream for. But we'll see where we go, and either way, this is going to be the start of a very long series of streaming, so there'll be plenty to catch up with. Not bad. Finished the main game, decided to bail on the extra maps. Alright, so it's got like bonus stages. Cool. What do you plan to play next? Choose a game mode. So here's the provisioner. Got all sorts of things for sale. Or for stealing, you know, if we wanted to. He doesn't seem to be at his office right now. A retro game. Oh, here he is. Hello, my lady. I'm Craig, the provisioner. If thou needest any goods, I can provide them at a fair price. Do I have to be a knight? We are all knights in this town. I must tell thee, stranger, that if thou art not a knight, thou art nothing in this town. If thou canst not master the test of the knights, then it would be best for thee to move on. I'm getting a strong hint from the game that that's what we need to do next. Can I buy supplies? I sell many things that warrior would require while travelling outside the city. I also buy a few goods that I need. Dost thou wish to buy or sell? Buy. Ooh, let's buy some leather goods. No, we can actually find that quite easily. What else? What supplies could we buy? Could buy torches, that might be useful. Jerky, yeah, sure. But that's fine for now. Mostly we want to talk to Craig to actually sell stuff. Unlike Ultima VII The Black Gate, where the economy is basically just the avatar can buy a few basics but will otherwise find all the actually good gear out in the world, this person will actually buy things from you. So suddenly there's a reason to scavenge for a few items from enemies and things and bring them back here to sell for a bit of coin. Which arguably makes the game worse, because then you're tempted to just hoard a whole bunch of armor and things. I don't desire another purchase. I would like to buy... nothing. Supplies? Yeah, okay, so I could sell things. I buy a few leather items, milady, but my prices are set, I'm afraid. I will buy leather goods from thee if thou dost have any. What dost thou care to sell, milady? I think we're all set at the moment. Like, we'll want to keep what we've got on us. But we could sell the leather gloves, I suppose. Didst thou take this from the body of a goblin? I can pay thee 2 monetary for a pair of leather gloves. Milady, is the price acceptable? Yeah, sure. Dost thou wish to sell more items? No. Bye. So that's one way to make money in the game. And the other is... nope, not there. Just down here. The crematorium. As it happens... I say, who is that? Art thou a stranger? This guy operates the crematorium, and he'll pay a fee if we manage to recover one of their poor, slain, valorous knights in the battlefield. No, I do not speak with strangers. I only care to speak with my fellow knights. Oh, okay. What? Why, I'm an Undertaker of Monitor. Didst thou not know that? I thought everyone knew that. Do not forget, knight, that one day I shall cremate thee. A body? Dost thou carry a pikeman's body for cremation? No. Bye. Be gone. Bye. So, yeah, we can actually find a slain pikeman in the wild and dutifully recover their body and bring them back to Monitor to be cremated. Of course, you know, what the pikeman was doing prior to being a body, no one really asks questions about. So that's one way we can make money in the game. And it's a little difficult at the start when we're under-geared. But if we follow the road north, there's a guard outpost. Is it this way? No, that's to the Blue Boar Inn. Oh. The SLP... Oh, the Sleeping Bull. Right. I thought it was the Blue Boar for some reason. I think that's the inn that's in the town of Moonshade. Here we go. Look at all these pikemen. And they're all saying stuff like, pay the tariff. That's interesting. This is the Bull Tower, knave. State thy business or be gone. We have no time for idle chit-chat with goblins about. Goblins, you say? Yes, that entire vile race is the scourge of all men in the Serpent Isle. And your pikemen? I received my training on the list fields by the finest knights and trainers in all of Monitor. Now my duty is to protect the travelling citizenry from all manner of harm. Goblins, thieves, and the like. Oh, that's a very noble duty. The Bull Tower was erected to protect the people of Sleeping Bull from goblin attack.
I dare say since it was built, they have seldom dared to challenge it. Okay, bye. Now, I remember there was another dialogue option that we get at some point. Maybe we're supposed to talk to them about a particular thing. But they extort us, basically. They extort us like crazy. And so these pikemen generally became our favored target for the hand-in of a unfortunately slain pikeman in the field of battle, returning them to the crematorium for their honorable cremation. I'm not going to take them on just yet because we are hopelessly undergeared. And we'll probably get our asses handed to us. But here's another actual cool thing that we see with Serpent Isle. Stairs going down. Ultima VII, the Black Gate, did not have any of that. You have basically the ground level you're on, and buildings could have maybe 2 stories, but that's it. Serpent Isle lets you have a underground basement area. Also, I have a suspicion that those pikemen are stealing from us when they bump into us like that. We don't have an abacus, so we can't check. That's 38 monetary. 50 gold coins, 76 gold coins. Does anyone else have cash on them? The avatar needs to be the one that holds the cash, gentlemen. No, it seems fine. Oh yes, there's this guy that's locked up, and we need to approach those... At some later point in the questline, we need to approach those pikemen to let him go, but they just keep asking for bigger and bigger bribes. Could you unlock this door and let me go? I am cold. But yeah, this basement area... Who has cash on them these days? Yeah, it's also... it's all... paywave and stuff. But, yep, I've got 50 gold coins and 38 monetaries. Hey, Son of Eld, how you doing? Have yourself a shout out. I don't know how much longer I can stream for, because my voice is going. There's a whole lot of talking to be doing in this game. But I just love this particular detail about the Serpent Isle game engine, where we've got this underground area. Oh, I've been lurking, don't worry. As if I would be worried, seeing Son of Eld lurking, watching me silently. The point. This area that's underground is actually up here, off the edge of the map. And these stairs are not in fact stairs, but a teleporter that will teleport me to the relevant underground area. It's a cool way that they implemented like underground caves and tunnels and things. Oh. That thing got zapped. Oh, that thing also got zapped and it became a little light. Nice. Can we enter this guard tower? These guards are slightly nicer in that they don't try and extort money out of us. But it's the same basic idea. Underground jail cells and a stairwell that's actually a teleporter. And some of them have a secret thing hidden there, but not this one, I guess. So let's do the test of knighthood. Hey, can you let us back in, please? I suppose thou dost wish me to operate the gate? Yeah. Stand back while I crank the winch. 'Tis heavy and dangerous. Thou dost never know when it might come down upon thine head. Such a nice person. Definitely not killing you and selling your body to the crematorium. But yeah, we could do the test of knighthood and end the stream there, because of course the test of knighthood, everyone says it's really simple and easy and straightforward. How hard could it be?
And my party is hungry, so I'm going to feed them all. So much easier than in Blackgate. Ah, so good. Who's this chap? Statue guy. Hello, stranger. I am Andral of Monitor. Dost thou need the services of a master artist? Perhaps I should not speak with thee. I hope thou art not come to rob me. Rob you? Why? I'm not sure I care to speak about the incident. 'Twas most unpleasant. There was a stranger in Monitor, one who claimed to be from another land. He was very large, a scholar rather than a warrior. He travelled with many companions, including a tall, cloaked stranger. On the night that Batlin the Sage left town, someone stole an ancient relic from mine home. I suspect that he was the thief. Batlin! Why, he is our enemy too! He came inquiring about ancient ruins, and was especially interested in the Serpent Stone, but Renfrey can tell thee more of this. Simon the innkeeper heard the sage say that he had come here from Fawn. Came from Fawn, you say? The City of Beauty lies due north of here, on the shores of a great bay. Fawn is a city of fishermen. Thou mightest like Fawn, for it is a place where members of thy sex are highly regarded. The city is ruled by a queen, and the priestess of beauty is also female. Female Dr. JPEG. Batlin's companions, what did they look like? There is not much to say. The one in the cloak spent most of his time at the inn and seldom spoke. Perhaps Simon could tell thee more. There was also a warrior named Brunt who travelled with Batlin. He was small in stature, but with incredibly broad shoulders. Oh, if only he had posed in my studio, I would have created such art. Standar fought him in the list field and said that he was an opponent unlike any other. And this artifact that was stolen? Mine ancestors found the relic when they first founded the city, and it has been kept in the family all this time. To be honest, we were afraid to discard it. It had a demonic appearance, being shaped like a serpent, and composed of a dark rock never before seen. Perhaps black rock, Avatar. We hated the object, yet we were afraid to be parted from it. I cannot explain this, but it was so. Serpent-shaped, you say? Indeed, 'tis was as if a living serpent had been changed into stone. A perfect replica. 'Tis not uncommon to see the symbol of the serpent among the ruins, yet I have never seen before or since any such rock serpent. Couldst thou describe the curvings of the serpent? Why, the head curved to the right, and the body was most sinuous. Why dost thou ask? Avatar, this man's stolen relic was a perfect match for the one that thou lost in the storm, except that it faced the opposite way. Okay. But let me say this, Batlin shall not rest in peace, for a powerful warrior is on his trail. Dost thou know of Wilfred the Slayer? No, I'm afraid I've never heard of such a warrior. Wilfred is a knight of Monitor, but his home is at the Inn of the Sleeping Bull. Batlin has been there as well, and Wilfred's father has mysteriously disappeared. Wilfred suspects the sage of being involved. Surely brave Wilfred shall track down the sage and kill him, and I shall enjoy sweet revenge. Cool, where's the Sleeping Bull? Thou canst find the Inn of the Sleeping Bull by taking the Serpent Highway north from here. There is not much there save for an ancient inn which the village is named. Wilfred's brother Argus doth operate it. Alright, thanks. Till next we meet. So, apologies for the plane sound overhead. So now we have another item of our Avatar to-do list. We know where Batlin was most recently. And we can find him and kill him. We have to talk to Lord Marston to get permission to do the Knight's Test. Greetings, poggers. What is thy business with me? Do I not have to ask him? Or maybe we asked already. I forget. Duties. I'm the Lord of Monitor, the City of Knights. There are 3 bodies of knights in the city. No command is better than another, for all warriors are equal.
As the leader of the leopards, this is my year to rule Monitor. What is your command? Every citizen of the town must become a Knight of Monitor, or be banished when they reach the age of 15. The knights are organized into 3 warbands, which are known as commands. The bears, the wolves, and the leopards. As thou hast no doubt noted, our tattoos mark us according to our command. I need the dialogue option for doing this test, or did we already do it? We already talked to this. Hall of Monitors, magnificent building. It serves as both a seat of government where important meetings are held and as a museum of sorts. There are many fine exhibits in our museum. One should especially note the artifacts captured from the goblins. Many of the artifacts are crafted from the bones of defeated knights, I am certain. And the drum. I think that the skin across the top is human. I find this discussion disgusting. Oh, show courage. Thou dost look like thou mightest lose thy last meal. Yeah, okay. I'll say bye. We know where the Knight's Test is, and we can just go up there and talk to him. So if we got permission, we could just go do it. Let's do that. I'll just crank the gate myself rather than talk to the guy. So we take the Serpent Path north. And is this the side road? Knight's Test. Yes. Knight's Test. Here we go. And since our companions have to wait behind, let's make sure that we've got, like, some food on us and things. Torches. There. That should be good. Let's save here as well. Go for the test. Yes, let's do it. It's funny, I think there is dialogue for other people in the world noticing that you are or are not a knight based on your tattoo. But a lot of them, or some of them, are just like so far away down the game that you would have to deliberately be avoiding taking this test and somehow explore as much as you possibly could just to reach that dialogue point. Because most of the time, like, the game is really heavily pushing you to do this test ASAP. My name is Schmed. I am a Knight of Monitor at thy service. What are your duties? I am the knight in charge of the test of the knights. The test takes place here, beyond that locked door. The test? All Monitorians must pass the test before they can be granted their knighthood. The test of the knights is a challenge which only one stout of heart, keen of mind, and strong of arm can pass. It is specially designed to test thy might, thy fleetness, thy courage, and thy wits. If thou dost complete the test, thou shouldst follow the directions of the words contained in the scrolls that thou wilt find. Thy totem animal will then appear. Slay it, and take it back to town. Celia will take its skin to make a cloak for thee. Lucilla will cook its meat. All the knights will have a banquet in thine honour, if thou dost pass the test. It is a test which one must endure alone, without companions. Dost thou wish to test thy mettle by taking the test of knighthood? Yes, I do. Pray tell, what be the password? Oh, that's right, we got this. Courage is the soul of life. Steel thyself. If thou dost make it through the other side, then all will know that thou art worthy to be a knight of Monitor. Thy friends must wait for thee here.
Couldn't we wait at the pub in town?
Of course not. We shall wait faithfully for thee here, Boggers. For now I will take thy things and keep them safe. Oh, damn it. Thou art only permitted to wear leather armor and carry no other weapon but a simple mace. When thou art taking the Knight's Test of Monitor, the game loves to do this because they've got the appropriate scripts to strip you of your items. One moment.
Typical Debray. Right, Moody?
Follow me.
Lead onwards. So this is scripted here, we can't move.
Heh heh. Huh? I have a bad feeling.
Okay, so unfortunately, all our items are gone except this mace and this leather armor. And that door's locked. So I guess we've got to go this way. Lurk Club! Hey, Gurk. Hey, Gurk! Hey, you're the Avatar! Yes, it's me, the Avatar. Servant of Lord British, the royal, rightful ruler of the land. Which is definitely a thing you should say here in Serpent Isle. Woo, run away! Woo. Okay, looking for a key. These little guys. Huh? Okay, I didn't kill them. I just, wounded them, I guess. Ow. And here we experience, for the first time, what death is like in Serpent Isle. We get teleported here briefly. I am Karnax, a Zenkan monk. Please forgive our previous meeting, my daughter. I have nothing against thee, but I fear that Thox's willful interference will be the undoing of all for which we have prepared. Lest I forget, we have recently made a discovery which I believe shall aid thee, my daughter. The discovery is the item for the, what's it called? The Silver Seed expansion pack. So it's kind of weird that he mentions this now when I've just died. Previous meeting. When I came to try to dissuade Doxa from aiding thee directly, it was not an attack against thee. The prophecies state that those seeking to be thy friends shall bring about the downfall of thy quest. That is not why we have dedicated our lives. Alright, and what's your feelings about Thoxa? Thoxa is a very bright young woman who would like to feel that she hath single-handedly saved the world. It doth go against the grain of her youth to sit and wait for each event to come to pass. What is worse, though, is that she hath pulled Migim into her rashness as well. Anyway, we could talk for ages here, but I'd like to leave Monkal now, please. We'll pick up the expansion item later, because there's no point in getting it now. We have restored life to thy flesh as promised, hero from another world. Now thou must continue thy quest. We know not for certain from where thou wilt continue. It's back here. It's right back here. But the gremlins are gone at least. And, yeah, there's a lock chest. But we can bash the lock chest open. And we can get a key. Key opens a door. Oh, we don't actually have the key ring item yet, so we have to still double click on these. Like a peasant. Okay. Another locked door. Is it this key? The fuck it is. No, we gotta leave that there. And pick up another item. In this room. So here, yep, we have to climb, just like Kantra said. So we need to build a pile of stones. tall enough. Oh, except some stones have snakes under them. Tall enough that we can go up there. Another snake. It's fine. We're basically immortal anyway. Anytime we die. Even though we don't have the hourglass on us during this test, and Thoxa was very careful to point out that they can only save me when I'm carrying the hourglass. It's worked anyway. I got teleported out of harm's way. I think this is enough stones, but I might need to add another layer. Can I grab the key from here? Can. Alright, so this key opens this door. Ah, Cyclops. Yeah, sure, that's a normal thing to fight. Hi, me again. Time grows short, my daughter. I shall aid thee as I can. Lest I forget, we have recently... Leave Monkal. We have restored life to thy flesh, as promised hero from another world. Now thou must continue thy quest. We know not for certain from where thou continue. Okay, so we didn't manage to kill the Cyclops, but now the room is full of lightning and fireballs. That's a problem. Because I feel... Oh wait, there's a key. Just cunningly hidden on the floor there. And that 14-year-old girl is expected to do this trial. Huh. Seems a bit harsh. So, what's down this end? Oh, more lightning, more fireballs, yep. Cool, cool. Some trapped chests. Ow. What's my hit points like? 13. Okay, okay. It's empty. It's also empty. Want to bet that these are also trapped and empty? Hi, yeah, hero from another world again. I died. I wonder if these monks start to doubt their prophecies, considering I've come back to them needing resurrection 3 times in a row now. Empty. Empty. Wow, what a troll. And also quite deadly. Again, this is not what the Knight's test that I was led to believe would be doing. But we got a key. Can we open this door with it? Yes. We can get a bag with some potions in it, which are nice, but we may as well just, you know, death warp whenever we need to. Another locked door. Is it the same key that opens it? It is. Okay, let's hang on to this key. Not that door, though. We need yet another key. Okay, there's one here. Seems simple enough. And that wall, given it's a capital W wall, I think I can possibly open it with this lever that's hidden on the floor. Rats. Lots of rats. A whole lot of rats. Okay, red and blue key. Let's just close that. So, which of these 2 new keys opens this door? Is it the grey one? Yep. And then I guess this one. It's gonna be so nice when we have the keyring item. So, I'll tell you what, let's save here. Dying, you know, isn't the big setback it used to be. The monks will teleport us back straight here, but, oh! Magical invisible knight. Ow. Time goes short, my daughter. I shall aid thee as I can. Lest I forget. Blah, 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 blah. Leave my car. We have restored life to thy flesh as promised, and it will not return. Ah, you thought I was dead, but I was not. Okay, so we've got another mace out of that, and this pikeman had a note on him. Let's read that, shall we? My poor throat. I have paid thee, and paid thee well, to fulfill the contract. Only fools would pay a great sum for an easy task, and I am no fool. Remember, I have chosen thee because thou art the best weapon available to me at the moment. Make no mistake, the Avatar is not an easy target, and certainly the most challenging thou hast ever had. Dispose of the Avatar quickly. Destroy this note. No evidence should be left behind thee. They always forget to destroy the note. X. Holy shit. It must be Elon Musk that put out a contract on my life. Well, I'd love to actually recover this pikeman body. But then if I do that, I can't hold there. So I'm starting to suspect now that we're not in an ordinary knight's test. Get in the sub, Elon. And here we have, oh, it's another wall. Can I double click this wall? I can. I kind of want to explore a bit further though before I go through that. Okay, that's a dead end. And up here, is there anything? Ah, that's the thing we need. Oh, we've got another Cyclops. But it hasn't noticed us? So maybe... oh no, here we go. Crushed. Hi, it's me, the Avatar. You know the drill. I'd like to go back, please. Bye. Does he restore me with full hit points? He does. Okay, so we've got a scroll here. To thee, fine warrior who hast made it this far, if thou seekest to be a knight of Monitor, thou must be willing to shed thy blood for the defence of others. To prove thy resolve, take this claw and use it upon thy person. Let thy blood be thine oath. Schmed, Master of Knights test. Okay, so we need this claw, and, well, we'll leave the note. What else we got? Dead end. It's just an alternative pathway up there. What's around this way? More fireballs. Ah, fireballs. And a dead end, thank you so much. So yeah, you'd get pretty stuck here if you didn't notice the secret wall next to these two torches. And we've got another locked door, which I don't believe we have the key for yet. Because we used that one already, we used that one. Yeah, that's all not applicable. We could probably bash that door down, because it's only wooden, but let's have a look. Ah, yes. To thee, fine warrior, who has made it this far, if thou seekest to be a knight of Monitor, thou must mingle thy blood with the ashes of our ancient foe, Gugnordir.
the Goblin King. Thy blood pledges vengeance against our enemies, and will give thee thy totem animal, the key to thy soul. Schmidt, Master of Knight's Test. So I think I can drink this water to heal up a bit. But the basics of it is pretty simple. I'm supposed to use the claw on myself to get blood, and use that on the ashes to summon a wolf, because it's always a wolf, and kill it to get the key to get out of here and prove that I am a wolf-aligned Knight of Monitor. I kind of wish I could just use this knight's blood, though. No. Or one of my companions. But they're not around. So I guess I'll use it on me. Ow. There's the wolf, which we must now defeat. Damn thee! Alright. Wolf has key. Oh, and we need to actually bring the whole thing, don't we? Because Lydia's going to cook the meat for the banquet, and I think it's... No, sorry, Lucilla is cooking the meat, and the tanner, who I forget the name of, turns that into my cloak. So can I put... Well, actually, we need the mace. Gonna need the mace in a moment. What about... Can't put anything inside a corpse. No, that's easy. Oh, we'll just drag him around. Honestly, maybe I'll leave the body at the entrance and we'll come back later to sell it for gold. The key on the door. I made it. Thou didst survive? But I don't understand. How didst thou survive the Knight's Test? We fixed the place with traps to be absolutely fatal. We? I did not want to do it. She seduced me into trying to kill thee, yet even now I cannot betray her. Ow, you killed me. Well done. Connex, yeah, send me back, please. Thanks. Haha, it's me again. Die with dishonor. And a look at Schmed's body will reveal another key. I think that will be to his chest in the room. My dearest, I beg thy forgiveness for my behavior last night. This difficulty with the Avatar has disrupted my performance, but I assure thee that once we have taken care of her, I will hold a private celebration that thou shalt not soon forget. Uh-huh. More evidence. And he's got some good weapons on him, actually. Yep. Oh, and it's nighttime already. Hey, Dupre, where the hell were you? I was being betrayed. This is no time for idle chat. We're on a quest. Join. With great pride. Bye. Shimeno. Yo. I'm ready to provide whatever aid I can, milady. Join. Most gratefully. Belongings? I'm carrying many items, some of which may be of use to thee. Wouldst thou care to have these back? Yes. Here they are. Bye. How has that messed up my inventory? Okay, yeah, it's tried to... It's given me my backpack back, which is good. Somehow, I think Shimeno's given me his... Shimeno's given me his entire inventory. Man, what the hell happened here? And those items are also all messed up. What the hell happened? Oh, I should have saved just before we did this. Because he's supposed to have a backpack as well.
In fact, this is his backpack. And those were also items of his. Oh, jeez, this is... There's the hand, good. Can have his bow back. Arrows. Have you no shame, Shamino? Does Dupre have stuff? Okay, yeah, this is buggy, and I'll tell you what we'll do. I will save. I'll call it here. Oh wait, here we go. He's dropped an item on the ground. That must be his other, like the other backpack. So hang on, we've got this one, which we're gonna call his. And no, I'm missing mine, which had like my pocket watch in it and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, yeah, this is annoying. I will restore a game off stream and play the end of the night's test again, but this time I'll try and make sure that our inventory doesn't get completely smushed up. Oh no, here it is! Here's the other stuff. But you know what? Either way, this is a bunch of inventory management to do, and it's kind of boring to do that on camera. So, my throat's almost gone. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm going to call this a stream, and next week on Monday, what we can do is we can have our banquet feast to celebrate becoming a knight. We can get our tattoo, we can get our cloak done, and we can find out who the scoundrel is that set us up to fail. Let me go look for people to raid. Who should we raid? This live, do I need to refresh it maybe? No worries, Sonadol. Thanks for being here. And thanks again, Useless Steady, for raiding in. Really nice of you to send your community my way, especially considering I'm just starting this brand new playthrough of Serpent Isle. This game, it's very nostalgic for me, one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, you know what, Pixel Turkey is playing The Lost Vikings, a classic DOS game. Let's go say hi to Pixel Turkey. So here's a raid call if you feel like it. Putting sentences together. Thoughts? Yes, thank you very much. Take care, everyone. I will see you next Monday. Have a good week. Bye. Do the raid. Turkey. Can't just say we're going to raid. We actually have to tell Twitch. And we're done.